Alright, so you notice in this lesson here I slowed things down a little bit for once, and we took some more familiar shapes like, in my case here, I'm going to go with the three main ones I think of when I do things like this, which are going to be the first, second, and third inversions of C. We don't really use the third inversion in this one, but I'll show you why I think of it anyway. So, if I was sweeping those, it would sound like this. And this. Sorry for that extra click there at the end. Stupid big Jaquetto pick. Just kidding. I love you. Please don't need more. Alright, so what we're going to do instead is actually do what are known as pedal points, which is us coming back to a singular note on the high E, in this case the 11th fret for the first shape. So we're going to play out that entire first shape in pedal point form as opposed to sweep form. So we would play the octaves first, then 8 on B, back to 11 on E, then to the high E. This will all be alternate picked. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And after we finish that, we're going to go to the next shape, which will be the second inversion of C. We're going to go, same as before, root first, not root first, octave first, ding dong. So putting those two together will sound something like this. Now, if you wanted to do this in a slightly more, I don't want to say formulaic, but more basic, I guess would be the way to put it, I suppose. Whatever, none of them sound nice, and I'm not trying to sound like an ass. But you could go up from the first and second inversion like we just did, and then just go straight to the third inversion, which would look something like this. It would be 17 and 20 to start out with, so the root, C. So putting the three of those together would sound something like this. And that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. I've totally used those three shapes in that order in the past, but nowadays I try and add a little bit more spice into it. And what I'm going to do here is add diminished shapes into it, which is what I often do because I'm a neoclassical boy, and if you're here, you probably are too. So what we're going to do after those first two shapes now, one more time. Now, as opposed to moving to third inversion like I did, we're going to go up one fret and play the diminished shape starting here. So it'll be 13 on G, followed by our pedal point, pedal point, which will be the 16th fret on the high E. It'll sound something like this. So back and forth there between the second inversion and the diminished shape. Straight into the Yngwie, or Luca Turilli in my case, style of playing right after that. And we're going to repeat that by moving up to the adjacent diminished shape, 3 frets higher. Same thing again, just on 16 on G and 19 on E. And we're going to finish by just hitting the root note. So what we've done there is created a C harmonic minor, as opposed to natural minor. Progression, but we've used shapes we probably know already through arpeggiating, sweeping, legato stuff or whatever. But what we can do here is give it a little bit more of a bitey direction from traditional alternate picking. Something like that. Sorry for a little fumble at the end. But one more time, slowly through it, and that'll kind of give us an idea of what we want to go for in this week. And now you know why the hell I do that.